few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The kick by Lambo is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A give. This is Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Grady Jarrett drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Fourth down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
And he works free. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Browns 7, Jets 3.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's the Jets punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
They toss it left side to Chubb. Finding some room at midfield. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Jets 3.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Mike 5. Check. Mike 5. Come on. 5's the Mike. Let go. We want this. Mike 5. Back in 60.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunt. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 24, Wilson gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of, until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And down he'll go at the 25.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 140 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
First down, Browns.
Chubb will get the call, running left. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Handoff comes to Chubb. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Runs through the contact. And some room to roam now. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run again on first down, Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Chubb running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
His kick is good. Makes the score Browns 21. Jets.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wilson on 1st down.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Play action now. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Davis. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Grady Jarrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott. Dancing to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Y'all playing wrong football. Check 9, check 9.
Wilson. Flushed out right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
5-yard gain on the play.
Punt.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
16. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. It's Hill, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Prescott to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott. He's going to look deep for Moore. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass.
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Well, Prescott here to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41.
And the Jets are right back in this football game.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this will be recovered by the Browns. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
7 yards, the pickup there. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. 3 yards remain for second down. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.